Well, these diamonds on my windshield and these tears from heaven. Well, I'm pulling into town on the interstate. I got a steel train in the rain, and the wind bites my cheek through the wing. And it's these late nights and this freeway flying that always makes me sing. There's a duster trying to change my tune. He's pulling up fast on the right, rolling restlessly by a 24-hour moon. And a Wisconsin hiker with a cue ball head, he's wishing he's home in a Wisconsin bed. But there's 15 feet of snow in the east, colder than a well-digger's ass. And it's colder than a well-digger's ass. Oceanside, it ends the ride with San Clemente coming up. And Sunday desperados slip by and cruise with a dryback. And the orange driving, the neon billing, and the theaters filling to the brim with slave girls in a hot spur and bucket full of sin. The metropolitan area with interchanging connections, fly-by-nights from Riverside, out-of-state plates running a little late. But the sailors jockey for the fast lane, so 101 don't miss it. There's rolling hills, concrete fields, and the broken lines on your mind. The 8s go east and the 5s go north, and the merging exits back and forth. You see your sign, cross the line, signaling with a blink. And the radio's gone off the air, and it gives you time to think. And you hear the rumble as you fumble for a cigarette. And blazing through this midnight jungle, remember someone that you met in one more block. The engine talks, whispers home at last. It whispers home at last. Whispers home at last. Whispers home at last. Whispers home at last. And the diamonds on my windshield and these tears from heaven. Well, I'm pulling into town on the interstate. I got me a steel train in the rain, and the wind bites my cheek to the wing. Late nights, freeway flying, it always makes me sing. It always makes me sing.
Well, you gassed her behind the wheel with your arm around your sweet one, your Oldsmobile, barreling down the boulevard. You're looking for the heart of Saturday night. You got paid on Friday, and your pockets are jingling, and you see the lights. Get all tingling 'cause you're cruising with a 6. And you're looking for the heart of Saturday night. And then you comb your hair, shave your face, trying to wipe out every trace of all the other days. In a week, you know that this will be the Saturday you're reaching your peak, stopping on the red. You're going on the green, 'cause tonight'll be like nothing you've ever seen, and you're barreling down the boulevard. You're looking for the heart of Saturday night. Tell me, is it the crack of the pool balls it's your second cousin? Is it the barmaid that's smiling in the corner of her eye? Magic of the melancholy tearing your eye. The exit kind of quiver down in the core, 'cause you're dreaming of them Saturdays that came before, and now you're stumbling. You're stumbling onto the heart of Saturday night. You gassed her up and you're behind the wheel, with your arm around your sweet one, your Oldsmobile, barreling down the boulevard. You're looking for the heart of Saturday night. Is it the crack of the pool balls, neon buzzing, telephones ringing? It's your second cousin, and the barmaid is smiling from the corner of her eye. The magic of the melancholy tearing your eye. Makes it kind of special down in the core, and you're dreaming of them Saturdays that came before. It's found you stumbling, stumbling onto the heart of Saturday night. And you're stumbling, stumbling onto the heart of Saturday night. Operator, number please. It's been so many years. She remember my old voice while I fight the tears. Hello, hello, there is this Martha, this is old Tom Frost, and I am calling long distance. Don't worry about the cost, 'cause it's been 40 years or more now. Martha, please recall, meet me out for coffee where we'll talk about it all. And those were days of roses, poetry and prose, and Martha, all I had was you, and all you had was me. There was no tomorrows, we packed away our sorrows, and we saved them for a rainy day. And I feel so much older now, and you're much older too. How's the husband, and how's your kids? You know that I got married too. Lucky that you found someone to make you feel secure. 'Cause we were all so young and foolish, and now we are mature. And those were days of roses, poetry and prose, and Martha, all I had was you, and all you had was me. There was no tomorrow, we packed away our sorrows, and we saved them for a rainy guess that I still am. But all that really mattered then was that I was a man. I guess that our being together was never meant to be. And Martha, Martha, I love you, can't you see? And those were days of roses, poetry and prose, and Martha, all I had was you, and all you had was me. There was no tomorrows, we packed away our sorrows, and we saved them for a rainy day. And I remember quiet evenings, trembling close to you. Cab combs a snake, trying to rake in that last night's fare. And a solitary sailor who spends the facts of his life like small change on strangers. Pauses inside peacoat pocket for a welcome 25 cents. And the last bent butt from a package of Kents as he dreams of a waitress with Maxwell House eyes, marmalade thighs with scrambled yellow hair. Her rhinestone-studded moniker says Irene as she wipes the wisps of dishwater blonde from her eyes. Texaco bacon burns on a steel-belted attendant with a ringing valve special, crying, fill her up and check that oil. You know, it could be a distributor and it could be a coil. Early morning final editions on the stands. Town crier's crying there with nickels in his hands. Pigs in a blanket, 69 cents. Eggs roll them over in a package of Kents. Adam and Eve on a log, you can sink them damn straight. Hash browns, you know I can't be late. Dawn cracks out a carpet of diamonds across a cash crop car lot filled with twilight coupe de villes, leaving the town in the keeping of the one who is sweeping. Up the ghost of Saturday night. shining, shining down on me. Heard that tune, now I'm pining, honey, can't you see? 'Cause every time I hear that melody, something breaks inside. The grapefruit moon, one star shining, can't turn back the tide. Never had no destinations, could not get across. You became my inspiration, oh, but what a cost. And every time I hear that melody, something breaks inside. A grapefruit moon, one star shining, is more than I can hide. Now I'm smoking cigarettes and I strive for purity, and I slip just like the stars into obscurity. But every time I hear that melody, puts me up a tree. A grapefruit moon, one star shining, is all that I can see.
Small Change got rained on with his own 38. And nobody flinched down by the arcade. And the marquees weren't weeping, they went stark raving mad. And the cabbies were the only ones that really had it made. And his cold trousers were twisted, and the sirens high and shrill. And crumpled in his fist was a $5 bill. And the naked mannequins with their Cheshire grins and the raconteurs and roustabouts said, buddy, come on in, cause the dreams ain't broken down here. Nah, they're walking with a limp. Now that Small Change got rained on with his own 38. And nobody flinched down by the arcade. And the burglar alarm's been disconnected, and the newsman starts to rattle, and the cops are telling jokes about some whorehouse in Seattle, and the fire hydrants plead the Fifth Amendment, and the furniture's bargains galore, but the blood is by the jukebox on an old linoleum floor. And with a hot rain on 42nd Street, now the umbrellas ain't got a chance, and the newsboy's a lunatic with stains on his pants, cause Small Change got rained on with his own 38. And no one's gone over to close his eyes, and there's a racing form in his pocket, circled blue boots in the thigh. And the cashier at the clothing store didn't say why. The siren tears the night in half. Someone lost his wallet. Well, it's surveillance of assailants, if that's what you want to call it. The whores hike up their skirts and fish for drugstore prophylactics. But the mouths cut just like razor blades, and their eyes are like stilettos, and her radiator's steaming and her teeth are in a wreck. Nah, she won't let you kiss her, but what the hell do you expect? And the gypsies are tragic, and if you want to buy perfume, well, they'll bark you down like carnies, sell you Christmas cards in June. But Small Change got rained on with his own 38. And his headstone's a gumball machine. No more chewing gum or baseball cards or overcoats or dreams. And someone's hosing down the sidewalk and it's only in his teens. Cause Small Change got rained on with his own 38. And a fistful of dollars can't change that. And someone copped his watch fob, and someone got his ring, and the newsboy got his pork pie Stetson hat, and the tuberculosis old man at the Nelson wheeze and cough, and someone will head south until this whole thing cools off, cause the Small Change got rained on with his own 38. Yeah, Small Change got rained on with his own 38.
Licorice tattoo, turn a gun to metal blue, scrawled across the shoulders of a dying town. Took the one-eyed Jackson, across the railroad tracks, and the scar on its belly pulled a stranger passing through. He's a juvenile delinquent, never learned how to behave, but the cops never think to look and burn shave. The road was like a ribbon, and the moon was like a bone. It didn't seem to be like any guy she'd ever known. You kinda look like Folly Granger with his hair slicked back. She says I'm a sucker for a fella in a cowboy hat. How far are you going? Said depends on what you mean. He says I'm only stopping here to get some gasoline. I guess I'm going that way, just as long as it's paved. And I guess you'd say I'm on my way to burn shave. And with her knees upon the glove compartment, she took out her barrettes, and her hair spilled out like root beer. And she popped her gum and arched her back. Yeah, Marysville ain't nothing but a wide spot in the road. Some nights my heart pounds like thunder, don't know why it don't explode. 'Cause everyone in this stinking town's got one foot in the grave. And I'd rather take my chances out in Burma shame. Presley's what I go by. Why don't you change the stations? Count the grain elevators in the review mirror. She said, mister, anywhere you point this thing, you got to be the hell out of the stain of going to bed with every dream that dies here every morning. And so drill me a hole with a barber pole, and I'm jumping my parole just like a fugitive at night. Why don't you have another swig? Pass that car if you're so brave. I wanna get there before the sun comes up and burn the shade. The spiderweb crack and the Mustang screamed. The smoke from the tires and the twisted machine. Just the nickels worth of dreams. Every wishbone that they saved lies swindled from them on the way to burn the shade. The sun hit the derrick and cast a bat-winged shadow up against the car door on the shotgun thing. And when they pulled her from the wreck, you know she's still out on her shades. They say the dreams are growing wild just this side of Burma Shade.
Bartender, I'd like a Manhattan, please.
Stop me if you've heard this one, but I feel as though we've met before. Perhaps I am mistaken,
But it's just that I remind you of someone you used to care about. Oh, but that was long ago. Now tell me, do you really think I'd fall for that old line? I was not born just yesterday. Besides, I never talked to strangers anyway.
Well, I ain't a bad guy when you get to know me. I just thought there ain't no harm.
Hey, just try minding your own business, bud. Who asked you to annoy me with your sad, sad repartee? Besides, I never talked to strangers anyway. Your life's a dime store novel. This town is full of guys like you,
That cold.
and you're looking for someone to take the place of her.
You must be reading my mail. You're bitter 'cause they left you. That's why you're drinking in this bar.
Well, only
Suckers fall in love with perfect strangers.
It always takes one
Like that.
to know one stranger.
Maybe we're just wiser now.
Yeah, I've been around the block so many times.
That we don't notice that we're
Oh, just perfect strangers.
as
Long as we know that we all begin strangers just before we find we're really all strangers Oh, you don't look like such a chump.
Hey, baby. Wasted and wounded, it ain't what the moon did. God, would I paid for no? See you tomorrow. Hey Frank, can I borrow a couple of bucks from you to go waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you go waltzing Matilda with me. I'm an innocent victim of a blinded alley, and I'm tired of all these soldiers here. No one speaks English and everything's broken, and my stasis are soaking wet. To go waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you go waltzing Matilda with me. Now the dogs are barking and the taxi cab's parking. A lot they can do for me. I begged you to stab me, you tore my shirt open, and I'm down on my knees tonight. Old Bushmills, I staggered, you buried the dagger, your silhouette window light. To go waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you go waltzing Matilda with me. Now I lost my St. Christopher, now that I've kissed her, and the one-armed bandit knows, and the maverick Chinaman in the cold-blooded signs, and the girls down by the striptease shows go waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you go waltzing Matilda with me. No, I don't want your sympathy. The fugitives say that the streets aren't for dreaming now. Manslaughter, dragnets, and the ghosts that sell memories. They want a piece of the action anyhow. Go waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you go waltzing Matilda with me. And you can ask any sailor, and the keys from the jailer, and the old men in wheelchairs know that Matilda's the defendant. She killed about 100, and she follows wherever you may go. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you go waltzing Matilda with me. And it's a battered old suitcase to a hotel someplace, and a wound that will never heal. No prima donna, the perfume is on an old shirt that is stained with good night, Matilda, too. Sends me blue valentines all the way from Philadelphia to mark the anniversary of someone that I used to be. And it feels like a whirlwind out for my rest. Baby, you got me checking in my rearview mirror. That's why I'm always on the run. That's why I changed my name. And I didn't think you'd ever find me here. Send me blue valentines, like half-forgotten dreams, like a pebble in my shoe as I walk these streets, and the ghost of your memory, baby, is a thistle in the kiss. It's the burglar that can break a rose's neck. It's the tattooed broken promise I gotta hide beneath my sleeve. I'm gonna see you every time I turn my back. Send me blue valentines, though I try to remain at large. They're insisting that our love must have a eulogy. Why do I save all this madness here in the nightstand drawer that are hung upon my shoulders? Baby, I know I'll be luckier to walk around everywhere I go with this blind, broken heart sleeps beneath my lapel. dead. These blue Valentines to remind me of my cardinal sin. I can never wash the guilt or get these blood stains off my hands. And it takes a whole lot of whiskey to make these nightmares go away. And I cut my bleeding heart out every night. And I'm gonna die just a little more on each St. Valentine's Day. Don't you remember? I promised I would write you these blue Valentines, blue Valentines. Blue Valentine. Buy me a drink, and I'll tell you what I'll see. And I'll give you a bargain from the edge of a maniac's dream. That buys a black widow spider with a riddle in his yard, that's clinging to the furrow of a blind man's brow. And I'll start talking from the brim of a thimble full of whiskey on a train through the Bronx. It'll take you just as far as the empty of a bottle to the highway of a scar that stretched across the blacktop of my cheek like that, and then ducks beneath the brim of a fugitive's habit. You'll learn why liquor makes a stool pigeon right on every face that ever left his shadow down on St. Mark's Place. Hell, I'd double-cross my mother if it was whiskey that they paid. And so an early bird says nightsticks on the hit parade. And he ain't got a prayer and his days are numbered. And you'll track him down like a dog. But he's a tough customer you're getting in this trade. 'Cause the nightstick's heart pumps lemonade. And whiskey keeps a blind man talking all right. And I'm the only one who knows just where he stayed last night. He was in a wrecking yard, in a switchblade store, in a wheelbarrow with nothing but revenge to keep him warm. And $500,000 in unmarked bills was the nightstick's blanket in a February chill. And the buzzards drove a crooked sky beneath a black wing halo. He was dealing high Chicago in the mud and stacking the deck against a dragnet's eye. A shivering nightstick in a miserable heap with a siren for a lullaby, singing him to sleep. Bleeding from a buttonhole, torn by a slug,
fired from the barrel of a $2 gun. Scorched a blister on the grip of a punk by now. He's learning what you have to pay to be a hero anyhow. Dressed the hole in his gut with a $100 bandage, a king's ransom for a bedspread that don't amount to nothing. Just cobweb strings on a busted ukulele, and the nightstick leaned on a black shillelagh with the poison of a junkie's broken promise on his lip. Staggered in the shadows, screaming, I ain't never been afraid. And he shot out every street light down the promenade, past the frozen ham and eggers at the penny arcade, and throwing out handfuls of a blood-stained salary. They were dead in their tracks at the shooting gallery, and they fired off a 21-gun salute, and from the corner of his eye he caught the alabaster orbs of a dime dance hall girl, and stuffed a $1,000 bill in her blouse, and caught the cruel and unusual punishment of her smile, and the nightstick winked beneath a rain-soaked brim. Ain't no one seen hide nor hair of him, see, no one except a spade on Rikers Island and me. You're mad enough to listen to a full of whiskey blind man, then you're mad enough to look beyond where the bloodhounds dare to go. And if you want to know where the nightstick's hiding out, well, you be down at the ferry landing. Oh, let's say about 1/2 a nightmare, when it's twisted on a clock, and you tell him Nichols sent you. Whiskey always makes him talk. You ask for Captain Charon with the mud on his kicks. He's the skipper of the Deadline steamer, and she sails from the Bronx across the river Styx, and a riddle's just a ticket for a dreamer. When the weather vane's sleeping and the moon turns his back, you crawl on your belly along the railroad tracks, and cross your heart and hope to die, and stick a needle in your eye, 'cause he'd cut my bleeding heart out if he found out that I squealed. 'Cause you see, a scarecrow is just a hoodlum who marked the cards that he dealt and pulled a gypsy switch out on the edge of Potter's Field.
Eddie Grace's Buick. Got 4 bullet holes in the side. And Charlie Delisle is sitting at the top of an avocado tree. Mrs. Storm will stab you with a steak knife if you step on the lawn. I got a half a pack of Lucky Strikes, man, so come along with me. Let's fill our pockets with macadamia nuts and go over to Bobby Goodman's and jump off the roof. We usually play strip poker while the mamas cross the street. Joey Navinsky says she put her tongue in his mouth. Dickie Faulkner's got a switchblade and some gooseneck risers that you can lift as a hunchback as a wind out from the south. So let me tie you up with kite string. I'll show you the scabs on my knee. Watch out for the broken glass. Put your shoes and socks on. Come along with me. Let's follow that fire truck. I think your house is burning down. Then go down to the hobo jungle and kill some rattlesnakes with a trowel. And we'll break all the windows in your Anderson place. Steal a bunch of poison pies and I'll smear them all in your face. I'll get $1 from my mama's purse, buy that skull and crossbones ring, and you can wear it around your neck on an old piece of string. Then we'll spit on Ronnie Arnold, flip him the bird, slash the tires on the school bus. Now don't say a word. I'll take a rusty nail and scratch your initials in my arm. I'll show you how to sneak up on the roof of the drugstore. I'll take the spokes from your wheelchair and a magpie's wings, and I'll tie them to your shoulders and your feet. I'll steal a hacksaw from my dad and cut the braces off your legs. Bury them tonight out in the cornfield. Just put a church key in your pocket. We'll hop that freight train in the hall. We'll slide all the way down the train to New Orleans in the fall. place worth somewhere, a place worth peace and quiet, open air. Wait for us somewhere. There's a time worth someday, a time worth time together, a time to spare, time to learn, time to care. Someday, somewhere, we'll find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving. Somewhere. There's a place for a time and a place for hold my hand and we're here without. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday, somewhere. I will leave behind all of my clothes I wore when I was with you. All I need's my railroad boots and my leather jacket. As I say goodbye to Ruby's arms, although my heart is breaking, I will steal away out through your blinds, for soon you will be waking. Morning light towards your face, and everything is turning blue now.
nothing I can do. No.